a lot of stuff's up in the air for the weekend, and I'm wondering about the fishing too. Let's check in with Captain Dylan Hubbard over at Johns Pass, Hubbard's Marina, to find out what his thoughts are on what we're facing. Hey, Dylan, good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys?
We're good. We're good. How are you?
I'm getting ready for a wet weekend.
Yeah.
Great time to do a little bit of maintenance on the boat and the reels, get ready for that really good bite we typically see behind these big low pressure systems. And as these low pressures approach, we get a really, really good push of fish, and they're super excited. Like, for example, on a snook, you can really clearly see that lateral line that runs down the side of the fish, and that's basically a barometer. It senses pressure changes, so when these big low pressure systems approach, like a tropical system, those fish know the weather's going to turn bad, so they get real active, and they get super aggressive as that low approaches.
Really?
So if you can make it out there this morning prior to that weather going bad, should be a great bite out there on the water. It was yesterday for a lot of people inshore, near shore, and even offshore, and should be today until that weather really kind of comes through and starts picking up. And then behind the weather, once it calms down and the water clears back up, those fish are really hungry because they haven't fed for a little while as they are hunkered down for the storm.
Wow.
They're just like you and I. They kind of stay indoors and hang out in their homes and wait for that weather to clear and that water to calm down and clear up, and they come out and they're ready to chew and ready to get active again. But snook, for example, they'll feed even through bad weather events. So snook fishing should be pretty good all the way through the day today and even through the day tomorrow. If you can find a wind-protected shoreline, hunker down under a bridge, you want to battle the weather, you could definitely find some snook. And the snook are back in the passes in a big way. We got a lot of snook out on the beaches. This morning, the snook were so thick, even I caught one. So they're definitely biting really well right now on the passes. And then redfish action has been really good in our back bay waters. We're seeing a lot of redfish moving around the grass flats, mangrove shorelines, oyster bars. Still kind of same pattern, following those schools of mullet, hanging up on the mangroves at higher tide, foraging for those bait fish. Trout, same kind of trend as well. Deeper flats, edges of those shallower flats. At night, we're finding a lot of them at bridge lights, dock lights, mixed in with those snook. Sheep's head are still surprisingly biting pretty good and still pretty active around local docks, piers, bridges, jetties, but they are starting to thin out, and the mangrove snapper is starting to kind of take over as that water continues to warm. Same thing with the mackerel. They're starting to thin out a little bit. We got our resident summertime mackerel that always seem to be hanging around our local bigger fishing piers, but for the most part, definitely numbers have dropped. Pompano action still going really well out along our beaches and our sandier passes, and even some of those sandy cuts and channels approaching the passes. Then that's about it inshore besides our tarpon. The tarpon are definitely here in a big way. Didn't want to forget about them. That's about it inshore.
Okay, we got probably less than 30 seconds. I took up too much of your time asking you about weather. Less than 30 to talk about near shore and offshore.
Well, near shore and offshore, the big news right now is red snapper season has opened for federally permitted for-hire vessels.
Wow.
Got a ton of red snapper the last few days since it opened June 1st. It opens June 17th for private recreational anglers. Gag grouper season has opened up. Triggerfish season has closed. Amberjack have closed, but we got tons of fish to go out there and catch right now. Next week, the weather looks really good behind this storm, and we're excited to go catch them up. Near shore, we're doing well on lanes, mangroves, red grouper, and pelagic bite has slowed down a little bit. But that's about it, near shore and offshore.
All right, Dylan, thanks. You know, we were all coming over this weekend, and then we realized yesterday we're going to all start playing pickleball. And so clearly we're going to be a little too busy this weekend to go fishing because we're going to be playing pickleball.
Well, if you're too busy to go fishing, you're just too darn busy. And now with the snook the way they are, you don't even have to go on the boat, Russell. You can just come down here on the dock. We'll catch you a big snook.
It's a deal. It's a deal. Soon I will be there, right there off the dock with you, my friend. Take care, okay? Tell everybody hello. We love you.
All right, guys. Have a good day.
Be good. Bye-bye.